far. All you do, look, that's all you do. You wake up, eat some Fritos. You eat some Fritos. he said you wake up. I'm done. Alright, that's my fault, Clutch. Hey, don't act like you never sold out before. Every time we play 2, you sell out. Look, he got that jump shot on. Water. Clutch, I ain't gonna lie, that shot should have went out. He killed him. He did that little spin. He did. I'm gonna do the backdoor cut glitch. Look at that kill. Easy one. La 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 la. No threes, no threes, no threes. No, you see, this is why I don't like you to dribble. When you dribble, that's what you do. That's water. That Clutch, was that a green?
Oh my god.
I'm surprised. How's she gonna want to get mad greens from contested? That should have been an ankle breaker. Oh yeah, that's you. Oh, you should have put that up. What'd you do? Get the board, get the board. There was shot clock. Come play us, bro. Come play us and get dropped off. I'm gonna make sure somebody smack you and then make you order a kid menu from McDonald's. I'm gonna make sure you get rabies and I'm gonna make sure you get hickeys on the side of your chest. I said I'm gonna make sure you get hickeys on the side of your chest. Hell to the no. I'm gonna make sure you get STDs from your girlfriend. You gonna get STDs from your girlfriend. I don't got no rabies. That's you. What? That should have been a steal. I ain't know. Well, remember, every time I 1v1 you, I break you, so don't even talk. It was 2 days ago I 1v1 you, and who fell on the floor? You. You was like, what? No, you was like this. But I could take your soul. Send it right to the devil. Be like, yo, this is Chris, though. This is Chris Brown wannabe. he said Justin Bieber wannabe. Let me play for him. Let me start roasting. Oh my god. He a broke boy. Fair. Why? So you could go talk to what's his name, Lola, the No Limit Sean, the wannabe. Sean, excuses. Oh, why they make me do that? He left. Alright, let me mute my mic so I can play him. Hi, Jelani. Yo, you went to a trip today? I live stream for nothing. Chris, you tutti fruity fresh in the booty.
How many seconds have you guys after 3 times?
Okay. Wait, he said Corsair? Oh, okay. Wait, they did that in the center today? Go for a rematch. Corsair GOAT, bro. I don't know how Corsair lost, but it's all good though. It's all good. Tony and the fruity fresh and the booty stank booty hole.
Oh wow.
Bruh.
I got you.
Clutch. Clutch. Come on, I'm going back for a rematch. How you make that? He said I beat him with 2K 3 times. Good for you, sir. You,
Oh, I better push that bell though.
don't tell me shut up. I'll smack you.
How? You gotta get this cup right.
You watch him off. I'll smack you. Watch who you talking to.
Set me up, bro. Hold on.
You stinking. Did you bathe?
I did my homework today.
Alright, go bathe.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'll smack one of your front teeth.
Sean, go bathe.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
You guys okay because you're not getting up and you stink. This is ridiculous. If I can come in here and smell you, I know you smell yourself. There's no reason why you should be sitting in this room and having the whole room stink. You're gonna get your attitude with somebody. Like somebody saying something wrong. Go bathe. They're still playing the game. You're still playing the game.
Okay!
Okay, get up and go. I'm tired of smelling you.
Alright, homework time.
I already did my homework.
Simple as that. You can get mad all you want. There's no reason I have to come in the room and smell me. I'm gonna keep saying it, so you're gonna have to keep yelling. So I make it worse than what it is and go tell mommy.
Okay, and I said I'm gonna go. You can't wait. I said I'm gonna go.
And the last time I asked you,
Oh.
if you smell yourself, you said yes. If you smell yourself,
How long ago was that? Alright, no more arguing. What you about to do right now? I was about to go back. I said, let me finish up. She can't wait. She keep on saying, then you're not getting up. You're not getting up.
go baby.
Dyslexia.
I'm here. Listen here. Clean up your shit, son. Don't say that again, son.
Oh, because she beeping me for no reason. I said I'm gonna go.
Alright, go.
You're being annoying. You need to tell her to stop. Yesterday you said you was gonna talk to her about that and you always you didn't even talk to her.
Son, you like to go back and fucking forth. We heard you already. Just go back. I told you about people telling you you have to pay. And before you go to sleep or whatever, wash all them pots. All of them. Wash every last one of them that I took out that refrigerator. You're gonna wash. We already washed the dishes yesterday. The only thing that you didn't wash was the pots. You can wash them pots. Don't know what time you want to do it, but whatever time is fine. Like she could have washed them pots. Where am I washing them for? You have to sit down and wash them pots. You took them out the floor and you can wash them. Where's the closet, man? I don't know. What's in my room?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the New York Knicks. For New York, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two type of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki is not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad either now for the Bulls, even though he's not the greatest of those players, but he's a good leader.
Yeah, but LeBron does both.
What kind of a leader were you, Shaq?
I was vocal. I used to get in people's rack, Ernie.
Did you?
Mess around if you want to. Tear the locker room up.
What would you do if you had a guy like Kenny on your team?
I wouldn't do anything for Kenny because Kenny would make me look good because I know for a fact if I kick it out to Kenny, he's going to knock it down.
And you know, I would be the first thing I would say, if we don't get it to Shaq, I'm slapping someone.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
You just scared me.
And a look out over the luminous expanse of Salt Lake City, Utah, the crossroads of the West. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's East versus West here in Salt Lake City. The Jazz hope to put on a show for this home crowd.
Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Utah. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Calderon is out there with Vujacic. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in at the 4.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
And Matt kicks to Favors. Pass to Hood. The dish to Gobert. Passes it to Favors. And it's blocked. Outside Anthony. Plenty of space. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Favors. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one misses.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
He hits the second from the line.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
And again, it's New York.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
It's been a slow start here for Utah. It's a 5-point game. They set the pick. And Gobert kicks to Hayward.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. It was one of the bigger stories of the offseason. LaMarcus Aldridge, courted by many, but ultimately decided to come home to Texas, the state he grew up in. What does he provide this new team, Shaq?
Well, the good thing about Aldridge is he can fit in well with the group that is already in place. Doesn't need a ton of touches to be productive, but when he gets it, he's going to shoot at an impressive rate.
Well, he'll have a little bit of pressure on him because he's expected to lift this team to a whole nother level again. So a bit of pressure, but I think he's ready for it. You know, he's back home cooking, moms, cousins, nephews, nieces. Everybody's excited.
Let's send it down now to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Welcome to our 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Golden State will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Parker's shot is off. Green against Curry. Thompson left side. Goes up from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Parker against Curry. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Green.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket. And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Now Parker. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. It's Parker with the drive. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
And that one goes long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Green, no luck. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. The 3 from Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Aldridge, no one around him. And that misses. That would have put him up. And for the Warriors, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Out to the right wing. That's a 2 from Barnes. Here's Bogut. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Warriors on top, leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Here we go, San Antonio, please. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Here's Mills. Anderson is out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Martin. Then there's West. And it's Mills in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Diaw can hit. A couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his minutes up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
There's the pick. Here is Livingston. Clock at 6. Down low. Trying to find Barbosa. He's got it now. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And, you know, going back to Azita, impressive physically. 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Good work by Kevin Martin with that screen.
Here is Livingston. 2 minutes. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Iguodala, no good.
And a footnote to Ezeli. One of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports.
And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014, but he spent pretty much the entire season on the pine.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Fires from 14. No good from Spates. Spurs leading by 3.
You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Now here is Martin. Ginobili kicks it to West. The 3. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Kevin, they made less than 25% of their shots in the first quarter, coming out completely flat. They lacked energy and the execution was bad. But they've rebounded nicely here and look to extend the lead a bit with some nice shooting.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Clark.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
West passes to Martin. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Martin's got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And that one's good. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Martin. Lets it go. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Spurs lead by 3. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break.
Hello?
But once again, anything you can do.
You sound mad.
Let that bit drop. I keep them things on standby.
I smack you in your front teeth.
Honestly, I expect better of them. You're on a 13-game win streak.
You trying to run park though? I got my center. I got my center if you trying to run park.
Look how weak you look now. Now I'm about to embarrass you.
You trying to run park or no?
Flags off. Green light. Bang. Let's go.
My curse? Alright, I got my center.
18 to 15.
If you want to.
You have it. Take it. You can have it. Because I prefer.
Or we could play GTA. It don't matter.
I would like to personally welcome you. Welcome to Fredo Island, baby.
No, I'm trying to do a mission.
You stupid. Don't give me
What?
the ball.
I'm trying to get on it now or later.
Shot left. Straight facial.
Right now?
Dead in his
Alright.
mouth, bro. Come on, man.
I missed that. I'm done. I made a new center. His jump shooter is only 4 bars from that, so he's a good center. He's only a 61 though, but he's still good. But I'm on G2.